Man, it's Friday, Michael B, and we are back again. Earlier today, I went live talking about the Evercade, and now we're talking AtGames, and we might also be live later tonight talking about the Super Game Room dudes, man. So we got a lot going on. How are you, Michael B? Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, buddy. Fantastic. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks. I wanted to get together with you as well as our AtGames community because AtGames kind of unleashed a bunch of new things today. I thought it would be a good time to huddle up with the community and get their feedback, get their opinions about all the announcements made by AtGames today. Haven't done one of these AtGames huddle ups in a while, so it's really cool to be back at it once again. We got Kev Gret in the chat. Yes, we're going to be hopping on the Pinball Express, guys. So taking a peek here. So let's get going here. So for starters here, Michael B, finally announced today, the Legends Connect is now part of the universal firmware. Guys in the live chat, let me know, are you guys excited that this has finally happened? This thing has been out for a while for your DIY mods, and it's been on its own beta firmware. And now finally it's on the universal firmware. So what that means is for your DIY builds, when it comes to getting access to the latest firmware to access the pinball games and things of that nature, you guys are going to be pretty excited that you'll be able to get this done with this particular board. Now, I've been sitting on this board because there's a couple of mods I want to do with it. So I'm kind of excited that it's here. Michael B, what are your thoughts that this has finally happened? I think the community's been waiting.
Oh, big time. So many comments. And I remember we talked about it earlier and we said, what a cool way to take your own device and connect it to the Legends ecosystem. And then people bought it and they were like, well, I can't connect it to the Legends ecosystem. Well, here you go, guys. You have your firmware update now and it's available. So this is a great day for everybody.
Yeah, guys in the live chat, I want to know, do you guys have any projects in mind for the Legends Connect? Do you guys remember when Rexer from the Rexer show made his Wallcade? His pinball Wallcade, and a lot of folks were interested in that.
I do. I want to make a 3-way cocktail table.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm serious. Like a head-to-head on both sides for the vertical, and then you can sit in the middle when you want to play horizontal games and use the screen that way.
Yep. Well, that would be cool to see. I'd love to see you do that because you don't do a lot of mods on your channel.
Nope.
So
no, I've been talking to my brother about it, so we've got some ideas floating around. But 3-way cocktail table.
Yeah. And guys, if you're interested in the AtGames Legends Connect board, you can purchase it here in the United States from DIY Retro Arcade. Head over there, Shane and the boys. We love working with them. I've worked with Shane on stuff in the past. Love their products, love their customer service. And of course, in Canada, it's available at the it's the Buy Stuff store, and those guys are pretty awesome as well. Michael B, what can you tell folks about your experience working with them? Because you've worked with them a little bit more and ordered from them than I have.
Oh yeah, and like I live in Newfoundland, which is basically an island off the coast of Canada, or as we call it, a black hole when it comes to shipping and mail. But yet, still working with Buy Stuff Store, they get stuff out extremely fast. It always comes in well handled, well packaged. They take great care, and they offer amazing support. I've never had any problem reaching out to them, not just for myself but other people, and trying to provide support after the fact too. They're an excellent place to buy it from.
Yes, absolutely. Now I'm trying to find our fun little video here. So in other news from AtGames, before we get to the Pinball Express, because there's a lot to talk about there, is the Rachel board, it was codename Rachel, right? This particular board is now officially been revealed by AtGames themselves. They released a YouTube video about it earlier today. Guys, let me know in the live chat. Did you guys watch that video? Michael B, did you get a chance to check that out? I know we have day jobs and we're on our lunch break.
Yeah, so the video was for just 1 second. It was the Video Input Backglass Entertainment Switchboard, or VIBES, correct?
Vibes, yes, Vibes. Here, let me pull it up here so everyone can kind of take a peek at this. So we did not get the announced availability date or price yet. It does sound like it's going to be $50 is our guess, especially with that accidental website link. But we don't have the availability yet, but it does appear to be $50. It's called Vibes. I think a lot of folks are going to be calling it Rachel. And actually, this is one of the better videos that AtGames has produced on their official AtGames YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know, they've made some videos in the past, but this video was actually pretty humorous. There's Scar Arm, if you guys are from the Scar Arm YouTube channel, if you guys are familiar with Dave. So it's pretty cool seeing him help out with this video.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you go back a little bit on that?
Yeah, what do you want to see?
Just to the guy actually pressing the clip.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just pause it on that? There's a lot of hair on that arm. Do we know that guy?
Yeah, that arm is kind of hairy.
Hmm.
And not just hairy. It doesn't look like American fur. It does look like Canadian fur as well.
It looks like a Sam Squanch.
But guys, do us a favor. Go check out that video, especially if you're interested in this HDMI switching board for your, bringing your own PC and your PC builds to the AtGames Legends Pinball. I like how a lot of people are like, for real? For real? As you guys know, our buddy Ristalgia does like to work with AtGames on some projects. He's not an AtGames employee, but he does work with them on special projects and things like that. So very, very cool. So we're excited about this. I have one myself. And also, guys, make sure you check out Kongs R Us on YouTube. Kongs R Us, our friend B Kong. He already released a video kind of giving you a teaser, showing you this thing installed as well. This particular video is really good because it walks you through like everything you need to know. Yeah. And I'm noticing a lot of comments in the live chat that a lot of folks were very impressed with this video that AtGames put together. Does it come with hairs on it? You guys are so funny.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. All right, guys, let's kind of dive into the world of Legends Pinball. So this is very interesting, Mike. Do you remember months back when the Legends Pinball was announced? We're all like, how are we going to get it? AtGames said they were going to sell it directly themselves, even though AtGames, I'm pretty sure AtGames would prefer to have people go through retailers, right? Because they're not really a direct seller of merchandise. That's not really their business model or plan. Yeah. But there are some things they will sell directly, like accessories and things like that. So on the AtGames eStore, they set up what they called reservations, right? And for the reservations, what's interesting there is when that came out, we all thought it was great. Like everyone gets their pinball machine in the order that they placed your reservation. AtGames also did something really cool where if you were a current AtGames community member, you already owned some of their products, you got first dibs, right? You were able to get on the reservation list on wave 1 sooner than everyone else. And then they also did wave 2, wave 3, and then they added a wave 4. Yeah. So what's interesting is, Mike, they've announced that there is now going to be a wave 5. And what they're going to do with this wave 5 is they're going to, and I want the honest opinion and feedback from folks in the live chat, especially if you haven't ordered a Legends Pinball yet, if this information excites you. So there were two major pain points with this reservation process. Obviously, due to the pandemic, there were shortages in materials as well as shipping delays, long waits to get the reservations fulfilled. Our AtGames community is very vocal, right? They want their stuff and they want it now. And we saw their fan forums, whether it was on Discord or Reddit or Facebook, flooded with, did you get your reservation email? Did you get your reservation? Mike, you remember seeing those?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, right? A lot of folks were, expecting these things to come over 20,000 at a time when they're coming over at about 1,000 a time.
Well,
go ahead.
There's two things to take from that. Like there was a lot of impatience, and it's got to be frustrating for a company that, and people don't understand. Like, I mean, AtGames, like you'll never know, went above and beyond. Like PK mentioned it one time on a show, or if PK's never been on a show, it was mentioned that they may be eating some of the cost of actually getting some of these units out early. They did. Like your $100 shipping did not cover the cost of them getting that unit to you. I will tell you that. They went above and beyond to get it. So it's a little frustrating seeing all the people in the community. It must be seeing all the people in the community complain a little bit because yours is not getting there right now when they're going above and beyond to try to get them out. But at the same time, you got to take some solace in the fact that people are so excited about the product that you've delivered that they're chomping at the bits and can't wait to get it. So, the amount of interest, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. And then the other big pain point was the lack of bundles available for the Legends Pinball Machine. Majority of folks who bought the pinball machine, as you guys know, if you caught our National Owners Day coverage and our Game Room Dudes podcast show, most owners, over half of them, also bought these Zakaria tables, right? But you had to buy these separately. AtGames has done some, they've done some sales on these twice now to get these at a discount. But now in Wave 5, what's interesting, Mike, is that the bundles will come included, which we'll dive into here in just a minute. So here's what we have for you guys. So starting Wave 5 is going to start on Mother's Day. May 9th is Wave 5. AtGames is going to take Legends Pinball orders, not reservations. The reservation system is being scrapped. They're going to call it what they call Wave 5 Express. And what's interesting about this, Mike, is the products will not be available for order and purchase on the website until they're actually in the warehouse.
Yeah.
So once the stock is in the AtGames warehouse, they'll say Wave 5 is alive, go get them. Folks have to hop on the AtGames e-store, pay for the item, and they say that the item will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours to the customer from the AtGames website. No more waiting, no more checking for reservation emails, no more checking for we need your payment notifications. They're just removing reservations completely, and it's just going to become, it's here, buy it now before the wave sells out. Guys, let me know what you think about that in the live chat, as well as Mike. Do you think this is an improvement over the reservation system? And I love that the cat's back there climbing on your table.
Hey, at least the cat's alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if it's an improvement. I think that a lot of people wanted this, so it's good. I didn't think there was anything really wrong with the reservation system except for people's, excitement and impatience. But, this is cool that they're doing it. Do you guys have consumers distributing in the U.S. growing up? Is that something that you remember?
Did we have what? I'm sorry?
It was a store, a chain store here in Canada called Consumers Distributing. So it was like a catalog mail away store. And you used to be able to go into a warehouse and you'd fill out like this order card and hand it in. And if they had it in stock, you would get it. That's kind of what this sounds like. It reminded me of Consumers Distributing. If we have it, you can order it and then you'll get it.
All right, we're going to dive into the price and what comes included with the bundles here in just a minute. And yeah, Mike, honestly, when the reservation system came out, I thought it was great, especially for existing customers of AtGames. We were getting preferential treatment, right? But now that that has come and gone, the way they're changing it is actually, in my opinion, probably a better way to go. And not only is that Wave 5, guys, but they also announced that there will be a Wave 6 Express and there will be a Wave 7 Express. When it comes to more units coming to Sam's Club, it doesn't sound like that's going to happen until the fall from what we're hearing. AtGames, it sounds like, is going to handle the bulk of the distribution themselves via this new system. Now, what's interesting is, Mike, is when this stuff goes live, let's say Wave 5, let's say they have 500 pinball machines, and guys, I'm just picking random numbers. Don't quote me on this. Let's just say Wave 5 is 500 pinball machines are in the warehouse today.
Yeah.
Once they sell out, Wave 5 is over, right? And then once the next wave comes over, whether it's 500 machines, 1,000 machines, 2,000 machines, they go up for sale, and the minute they sell out, that wave is over, right? And what's really cool is, although they're doing this, what they call Wave 5 Express, guaranteed to ship within 24 to 48 hours, what I like, Mike, is that Wave 4 is not going to be left behind. Yeah. All Wave 4 orders will ship and be fulfilled before this Wave 5 Express starts. So that's pretty cool as well. What do you think about that?
I think it's great. I think AtGames have been very transparent about this entire process, have been taking care of people, showing respect to previous purchasers. Even when it was announced about Canada, they said, don't worry, Wave 4 is going to be fulfilled before Canada gets their orders. They've really taken care of their own and still made it reasonable and accessible for people to pick one up that haven't previously been in the AtGames ecosystem.
Yep. And so that's good. Good for Wave 4 folks, right? Now let's talk about it. So this bundle is going to be called Wave 5 Express will feature an exclusive feature called the AtGames Legends Pinball Plus bundle. Now this bundle, Mike, is going to include all 105 Zakaria tables along with the pinball machine. So that means owners are going to get the 22 Gottlieb games, and those are built in. Now, when it comes to the Zakaria games, you're going to get your digital download codes to install those on a USB. I have a feeling new members of our community, newer customers of AtGames, might get confused and think that those games are built in. They're not built into the machine. You have to get the digital code, you'll download them, put them on your USB via flash drive X, and then run the games. And the games run off the local hardware natively. So you'll have 127 games with this bundle, and the cost they're going to charge for the bundle is $749 plus shipping.
Yeah.
So if we do the math here, the pinball machine is usually $600. The Zakaria pinball games are going to be $150, so that gets you up to the $749. But then you still have to pay the $100 shipping, right? Because AtGames is shipping this directly.
Yeah.
So you're looking at $850 plus tax. Mike, what are your thoughts on that? As well as guys in the live chat, let me know what you guys think as well.
What I like about it is I did a show on Monday talking about price increases, and we kind of knew right across the board all these companies were going to kind of have to raise their prices because of the effects of the pandemic. What I like about it is AtGames isn't raising the price without giving you something else in return. They probably have to raise the price same as the other companies because of component parts, but to turn around and then offer the Zakaria packs on top of that as a bonus because of having to up the prices, that is fantastic. That is amazing for a company to do. Not a lot of other companies are going to have the flexibility to be able to do that when they raise their prices very soon.
Yeah, and it sounds like these prices are going to be good. And guys, I want your honest feedback. Some folks are saying great deal. Some folks are saying it's a little pricey. What I can say is obviously the Zakaria pinball games, or Zakaria, we never figure out how to pronounce it. Those games are definitely fantastic. And you don't have to fiddle with plugging in a PC or streaming games or anything like that. They just run off a USB and they run really well. In fact, they run better than the native Gottlieb 22 games. In my opinion, I think it's worth it. Absolutely. But guys, it's your life, man. You got to make your own decisions. Some folks are saying steep. Some folks are saying worth it. Some folks are saying it's worth the money. Some folks are saying it's not. So guys, we definitely want to get your honest feedback. I wouldn't be surprised if AtGames is watching the show, Mike. Go ahead.
And if they are, I don't have any inside information on this. I'm just going off the fact that I know pretty much every company is raising their prices. Believe me, this is not a steep thing. They didn't have to do anything. They could just say, listen, guys, stuff costs more money, so the table's going to be more expensive. I think it's great that they're offering some value in it with a necessary increase. That's my opinion. I don't have any inside information on that. I'm just going off my assumptions.
Now, here's what's interesting is, so from this wave moving forward, all of the AtGames Legends Pinball waves, all the bundles will include this will be the only configuration offered by AtGames directly. So that means like wave 6, wave 7, it'll be the same thing. AtGames Legends Pinball with 22 games, with 105 Zakaria games, $750 plus shipping plus tax, right? Other retailers might offer different configurations for consumers who want alternative options. So we'll have to see how that plays out once these start coming back to Sam's Club and other retailers later this fall. So I find that very interesting.
Yeah, actually, if you buy it from Sam's Club going forward, Detroit Love will actually deliver it to your house. He'll sneak it in for you.
Yeah, if there's one guy who can sneak an arcade into the home, it's Detroit Love. Now, what about wave 1 through 4 owners who have not purchased the game packs yet? So I did confirm with AtGames that, guys, those bundles are still going to be available for sale on their website. So if you don't own them today, if you don't get them in a future wave, you can still purchase those bundles. And I wouldn't be surprised if AtGames continues to do more sales from time to time on those bundles. I will be honest with my audience, $200 is a little high, in my opinion, for those. But, you know, the $100 nod price was fantastic. Right here, you're saving about $50 off the bundles with the $749. So, you know, I think we're getting a deal there. Wagner's Tech Talk is here. We love Wagner. Make sure you guys check out his YouTube channel. We greatly appreciate it. No, we can't guarantee that Detroit Love will dress up as Spider-Man. Now, guys, also, it's important to note that the deluxe pinball tables coming soon from AtGames, the Zakaria deluxe tables, this is not included in that bundle. We don't want there to be any confusion. The deluxe pinball pack will be a separate pack sold separately. So we don't know. We don't know what it's going to cost. I'm assuming 50, right? Retail. I mean, that's what they've been selling all these packs for. And we don't know exactly how many games. I think it's around 9 games, something like that. If someone from AtGames is in the chat, they could throw it in the chat how many games. But behind the scenes, what I can tell you guys is the deluxe tables behind the scenes, from what I'm hearing, are fantastic. That they are becoming a great experience as they wrap up the optimization process. And it looks like some pretty cool games we definitely want to check out. All right, so moving on here, guys, because I got a lot of information I want to make sure my audience is well aware of. If you're in Wave 4, should you cancel your reservation just to get Wave 5? In my opinion, I wouldn't. But I've noticed some folks have been asking that on the fan pages. Guys, if you're in Wave 4, you're going to get your machine before Wave 5. So, to me, I would just stick with what I got, right?
And there might be other promotions down the line.
Yeah, might be other promotions. There might be other bundles coming. Stay tuned for those announcements as well. And yes, all these waves will have limited quantities if you just join the show late. Obviously, if it's 200 machines, 500 machines, 1,000 machines, once they sell out, they're gone. Can you buy it today? No, it's not available today. You got to stay tuned for the updates on when the express waves and orders will become available. I'll definitely share them on my channel. As you guys know, I do cover AtGames quite frequently on my channel. Not as much lately because I just have so many products from so many different companies in my house that I'm trying to review. It's been crazy. I don't know how do we keep up with this?
I don't know. And live a normal life? I don't know.
And yes, guys, National Owners Day is going to be here before you know it. There will be another National Owners Day this September. So let's not forget about that as well. Expect there to be, hopefully, we're hoping new product announcements, bundles, options, accessories, who knows. From what we're hearing, though, although AtGames did confirm that the Tetris Legends Ultimate Mini is going to be delayed a bit, we did hear that the Legends Pinball Control Decks are actually going to be shipping out sooner. So I wouldn't be surprised if within the next week or two, before May 10th, that we finally get those emails saying, hey, you want your AtGames Legends Pinball Control Deck, like I have mine over here, that you guys will be able to get your hands on those. Go ahead. What were you saying, Mike?
Oh, Davey Smith here in the comments said, Crow is a friend of Michael B. Nice. Crow's a good dude. Crow is a good dude. Crow just got his Legends pinball table a couple of weeks ago. He's been enjoying it. Big pinball guy. He's got a lot of content out there. He actually owns an original Time Machine pinball table, Zachariah pinball table. So if you haven't, go check out Crow.
Yes, guys, Crow Continuum. Go ahead and check out his channel on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. Michael B, he wants you to break your NDA. I don't know if we can do that. Guys, anything else I missed? Throw those questions in the live chat. I want to make sure I get you guys all covered before we turn you loose for the day.
Polo just joined. Hollywood Polo, how was your day?
Polo, how was your day, my friend? Yes, so the control decks are going to be shipping soon, as well as I believe the controllers, like those handheld controllers. I think those will be soon too. But the actual arcade cabinet, the Tetris Ultimate Mini, that one is going to be delayed slightly. Let's see here. What other questions do people have? I'm going to scroll up the chat. Make sure Taito table update still under development. Keep in mind it takes a lot longer for this to happen versus converting the Zachariah games over, because those games were existing. Magic Pixel had done a lot of work with folks like Well Played Arcade, as well as they had an Android platform to work off of with all their games. When it comes to the Taito games, remember, these are Taito originals. These are brand new tables being built from scratch that are under development. It takes a much longer process to make that happen, but it's still going to happen, guys. So let's not forget about that. That'll be really cool. And we heard that they are actively making 12 Taito games. So there will be a dozen of them. Now, out of Taito brands, I would honestly love to see, obviously, a Space Invaders game. But Mike, I want to hear what your thoughts are. I would love to see an Elevator. Is it Elevator Action?
Elevator Action. Yeah, that'd be a cool one.
I think that would be a cool pinball game, only because think about it, like different levels of the pinball table. Like you could have your upper floor, your middle floor, your basement. Like that kind of fits like a pinball machine, and it kind of fits with that game. So my two favorites are, I would just love to see AtGames develop the Space Invaders, and I would love for them to do an elevator action table. I just think it would be a cool concept for a pinball game. Mike, what about you? What are your thoughts?
Well, it's not Taito, but I'd like to see him do Bad Dudes. I've heard good thing about this Bad Dudes game.
Oh, Bad Dudes, come on. Bubble Bobble will be cool.
What is another one? Operation Wolf. That's pretty guaranteed. Jason Tierney from AtGames is a big Operation Wolf fan. So if he has any say, it'll be being done.
Yeah, and speaking of Jason Tierney, he says JoJo might leak a list of the 12. Well, if he does, have him slide that envelope underneath my door so I can get that news out to our gaming community. Space Invaders. Yes, Space Invaders would be great. What other questions do we have here? Throw your last minute questions in, guys.
Oh, no, there was a couple up there about the BitPixel, LED BitPixel. Any update on those?
To my knowledge, I think those were also on that delayed list.
The LED was. I think the regular BitPixel, because I know we finally have access to order it in Canada. So I think the regular BitPixel might be on pace, but the LED BitPixel was delayed.
Are you talking about the LCD? Like the LCD version? Yeah, like them making an LCD version of these Pixelcade marquees, guys, those are on like almost near an indefinite delay per what AtGames has announced, which is disappointing. Mike here, he said MCAP, BitPixel LED, end of May, so slight delay there. So we're pretty excited about that. Yes, Taito did make some solid state Taito machines, but these are going to be completely original that AtGames is working on. So keep that in mind, guys. What else we got going on? Any other questions? May 9th, the day to order AtGames Pinball. Well, that is when tentatively, actually, no, that is not tentatively. That is the official day announced by AtGames is Wave 5 will go live on May 9th. Happy Mother's Day. Order your mom a pinball machine.
So don't read this the wrong way, but I think that AtGames is trying to get us all divorced. Like National Owners Day was on Valentine's Day. Then all of a sudden we can buy pinball tables as of Mother's Day. Like they want us to get divorced. Like it seems like they're risking our marriages to offer these products to us.
Yep. Is there a new version of the Arcade Legends coming out? Yes, it's called the Legends Ultimate Mini, and that'll be coming out in just a couple of months. So let's not forget about that. Any other questions on here? I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. I hate it when I watch a replay and I miss people. What else we got going on here? Yeah, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. That's pretty funny. Right. You know what I mean? Like, but think about it. You know, your mom called you, Mike, the other day. She said, Mike, you know what'd be great this Mother's Day? An AtGames Legends Pinball Machine.
Actually, that is something that would really happen. My mom would come over and play pinball. My wife, not so much. I almost lost my wife yesterday, so I don't want to push her anymore.
Yep.
Jason Tierney is here. He says something about he's the squash king.
That's until he plays PDubs, although he beat me twice, but he's the he's the only person to beat PDubs in squash on ArcadeNet.
I played him and I had no experience in the game when it first came out, and he like utterly destroyed me. I just didn't want to play arcade games for a week afterwards.
Mm-hmm. All right, and a couple other points. We just had a reminder in the chat. Since we're talking AtGames, the Legends Gamer Mini is still on sale for $89 at Walmart. And a lot of people love the Legends Gamer Pro. I have Legends Gamer Pro, I have Legends Gamer Mini, but I'll tell anyone, I do enjoy the Mini more than the Gamer Pro. It's smaller. I can stick it on my desk. It's easy to play right here. It's great for live streaming if you like live streaming. So it's definitely a product worth checking out. Go ahead.
So a couple of people have been asking, WKRP in Cincinnati, great guy. He's here in the chat right now. He wants to know, and other people have asked, are we doing Super Game Room Dudes tonight? Is that a go?
I was almost tempted to cancel the show because I have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of projects in the works, but Nostalgia says I have to do the show. You know, he said if I don't do the show, he's going to shave his chest live on air, and we'll just lose our entire audience if he does that. So.
I kind of don't want you to do the show now.
What, just so he does it? You're hilarious. So guys, if you're watching the replay, definitely in the comments of the video, if you're watching the replay, let me know what you guys think about the Pinball Express. Are you going to be hopping on the Pinball Express? Personally, I think this is a good move by AtGames. Sell the product when it's available. Don't overhype it. Don't be like, oh my God, we don't pre-order it through retailers. You know what I mean? Like, there's been so much stress the last year about when is it coming? When is it coming? When is it coming? And now it'll be like the product's available, sells out, product's gone. You know what I mean? You got to wait till the next round. So, oh my God, Nostalgia says lies, but nope, that is for real.
So
I know,
I know we're talking about AtGames right now. We shouldn't talk about another project, but can you just go to Kev Gret's comment?
We need Michael B's thoughts on Nostalgia's Attack from Mars review. Well,
I actually got many Facebook messages from people that were concerned about my friendship with Nostalgia after he released that. Guys, there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism, and Nostalgia has higher expectations than I do. You got to remember, these are my first pinball tables, so I was pretty excited, and he's shaving his chest regardless, so the show must go on.
All right, guys. Also, do me a favor, guys. Make sure you head over and check out my second channel, Retro Randoms. And if you're into comic books, trading cards, statues, collectibles, board games, first video went live today. Definitely check out my other channel and click that subscribe button as well if you're interested in that kind of content. We're keeping all the video game stuff on the video game channel, but all that other pop culture stuff, we're going to have some great content for you guys coming out on my second channel, Retro Randoms. Michael B, if you tease the name again, we're gonna hang you by your toenails.
There's nothing wrong with the name. There's definitely no double meanings or any intentions I have for it. I think it's an excellent channel, and I love the fact that you had a Dick Tracy toy in your thumbnail for your first video. Yep. That makes me very happy.
I love Dick Tracy, and we're going to talk a lot about Dick Tracy on that channel.
Do you have all the toys?
I have them all. I have all the action figures. I have the whole set.
Yeah, I do.
I have all the trading cards. We're going to show them off. We're going to talk about them.
The only one I don't have what is the hobo guy? For some reason, he's missing. you know who I'm talking about? Steve, I think his name is.
Yeah, if I have an extra one, I'll mail it to you.
So you don't get to do that, man. It's up to my parents somewhere.
All right. Guys, that's what's going on in the world of AtGames. I appreciate you guys huddling up with me. We haven't done an AtGames Huddle Up in a long time. I appreciate you guys giving us your live chat and feedback. Definitely want to know what you guys think about what these companies are doing. Personally, I think that this is a great move. And if I didn't already have that pinball machine, I would be hopping on the Legends Pinball Express on May 9th, Mother's Day. So come join us, and we'll see you guys on the leaderboards. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you tonight on the Super Game Room, dudes.